Am I live? We're live. I'll just get everything sorted. Okay. This breaks my no drama for 2024 streak. I was like 90% good. Like I very rarely brought up shit. Like I was seriously, guys, like the amount of times I would just scroll past things, or I'd see someone say something, I just scroll past, and I legit told myself, guys, no drama 2024 for Tyler. I'm not going to get into any creator drama. And then some happened to me a little bit with Larry, and that's fine. We kept most of it private, which was fine, which is great. And he's doing his own thing. He's doing his own thing, and it's great. And I was like, fine, we're not going to talk about it here. We're not going to get into the details. We broke up. No, we're not going to do any of that. Okay? We're just going to move on and still have our no drama. Well, then drama just comes to my freaking fucking doorstep. To my doorstep, and I'm just like, I've been dealing with this for the last 10 days, and I tell myself, don't act on it, blah, blah, blah. Don't tag this person in anything, because I don't want to bring drama. Because here's the thing, like, drama can affect two people, and I fully understand that. And so instead of like, okay, because I'm pissed and I've been holding these emotions in for like 3 or 4 days, I'm like, you know what? Instead of tagging the person and showing the spotlight and going, hey, look at this person, look what they're saying, I vague tweet, which, by the way, bitch lemonade, that's very gay, bitch lemonade of me. But that's what I was doing. So like, if you saw, for example, tweets like this, where, bro, what is going on, y'all? What is going on with indie creators? You need to drink water instead of the haterade and bitch lemonade you drink daily. Guys, by the way, I'm going to be full accountable tonight. I'm drinking bitch lemonade because this stream is stupid. This stream is wrong. This stream is not good. This stream is not good. This is a straight up drama stream. This is not good. This is like everything I said that I wouldn't do this year. I'm doing it tonight. Okay, so I just want to say that straight up right now, that I want to be accountable and just say, hey guys, everything I said I didn't want to do or become, I'm doing it right now. Because I've been trying to fucking avoid it. And it just comes to my doorstep. And even when I politely try to de-escalate things and ignore it, it just keeps coming. So if you saw things like this, tweets like this, or let's see, tweets like this, was told I wouldn't last another 5 years in the comics business today. That's fine. In the meantime, production of this book ends next week. Bold Assassin Living in a Fantasy World #1. Dude, so we actually had to redo, real quick, such a side note, we had to redo 2 pages, and I sent them to Tommy a couple days ago, last week, and I messaged him today. I'm like, dude, I haven't heard back from you, and he's like, dude, a freaking tsunami hit, like, where I live, and so I've been evacuated, living with my parents. I'm like, oh dude, I'm so sorry. No, so yeah, it's like I have been 100% subtweeting about this person, getting my angers and frustrations out. Because here's the thing, I don't appreciate it when a creator comes into my private messages, or really even if it was public, but still, and tries to act entitled, and think that they are allowed to act a certain way privately and then act a different way publicly. Guys, I know I'm an asshole. I always say this, I can be nice until I am not. Like, guys, I overpaid on my car payment and no one freaking told me at the bank. And I've overpaid $4,000, and they legit try to say that it was my fault, and they try to add all these extra things. At first, I was nice, and when they said, yeah, you still have like $3,000 more for you to do on your loan, that's when we go from nice to not nice, and we have to go, okay, let me tell you something. I will burn this freaking place down to the ground if you don't fix my loan and give me my money back. We got the results. Today, I went back to the bank and I said, okay, I'd like my refund. They go, sweet, here's $1,000. And I'm like, whoa, no. It's like quadruple that. So, and they pulled out these papers. They go, this is the evidence. I'm like, that's crazy. I've got papers that you guys printed from me last week and they have different numbers. How did you get your guys' numbers? And after 40 minutes, the guy, they're like, hey, sir, you don't have to be so aggressive. I'm like, no, like you printing out papers. And they have different numbers, but you printed from me these numbers last week. How are they different in 1 week? Turns out that some guy added an extra $2,000 to my loan and weren't going to give me the refund. And so after fighting with them for an hour, they went, oh, it's actually our mistake. We found the problem. My point is this. I am nice until I'm not. And to say that I'm innocent, I have never gotten into drama, it would be a complete lie. I 100% have. Have I fought with creators? 100%. 100%. Like I said, I can be an asshole, and I have been. In 2024, I said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do these kind of things. I don't want to do any of this stuff. And the stuff that was happening in January, I kept like 99% of it private. And then now it's just like more and more shit. And then shit comes to my front door and I'm like, okay, private, keep it private, keep it private. Okay, maybe vent out a little public. It just keeps fucking coming. So now I'm like, you know what? Like, fuck it. Because like I had this plan to leave indie comics, the comics community, like the scene in a couple months. And now I want to showcase like, this is why, like, cause I'm so sick of dealing with all this bullshit. I'm so sick of dealing with all this bullshit. I'm sick of creators getting into other creators' business, trying to telling them, hey, this is how you need to be doing it, blah, blah. It's like, I'm okay with you doing it, your business your way. I'm going to do my business my way. And so, this is so, yeah. So like, I've been doing these subtweets, very bitchy. I've been doing that. I like I said, guys, I've been drinking that bitch lemonade. Because I've been dealing with this guy. Now he finally blocked me. And here's the thing. Him and Stokes, who was the creator, they had beef publicly, and then they reached out to me and said, hey, can we do like a debate stream on your channel? And I laid out the rules and I said, I don't want anyone getting aggressive. Everyone needs to behave. Well, they both, went insane, but Tony was the instigator. And I can't blame Stokes necessarily because he had to react. Tony said Tony made like Real Housewives of Atlanta joke, which by the way, I laughed. Kind of racist, but I did laugh because that was funny. But still, Stokes is black. He probably didn't find that funny. And both Tony was extremely unhinged. Absolutely nuts. And here's the thing. I just sat there. I was eating my mints. And so my very first interaction though, with Tony, wasn't necessarily the best. He made a tweet about saying how, if Alan Moore had put, From Hell on Kickstarter, it wouldn't get funded. Good storytelling is undervalued on Kickstarter. And I was like, well, that's a little pretentious but you're saying is that you're saying that the books that do get funded on Kickstarter, aren't good stories. And he was trying to basically say like, oh, if it has like sexy covers or like boobs or girls, it's not a good story. And multiple times I was trying to understand his point, and he'd be super rude. And here's the thing about Tony: he calls me fake, he calls me two-face. And by the way, guys, Tony is mentally ill. I'm just going to say that. And if he's offended by that, I don't care. I think he's mentally ill. He deletes everything that he tweets. He deletes all of his tweets because he can't stand by anything that he says, because he wants to have a public persona, but then he has a private persona. And guys, I am going to show you guys some of his DMs that he's been sending me. I am going to show them. Is that good behavior? Fuck no. That is disgusting behavior. I'm just going to say that right now. I know it's bad. I know it's a bad look. But I'm so sick of the entitlement of creators. And this is a lesson, guys. Don't do what Tony did. Don't come into my DMs acting a certain way and then think that you can act another way in public. Okay? So, yeah, this is the troublemaker on campus. So, Yeah, so that was our first interactions, and I was like, hey, dude, I really want to understand your point. Let's do a stream. He's like, I don't trust you. I've heard you're a troublemaker. I'm like, dude, I legit just want to have a conversation with you. You don't know me. We do a stream on JD Cauldron's show. He's like the moderator, and it was super calm stream. We had a great time. No one was yelling, and I was like, sweet, like I liked your points. I agreed with some of Tony's points, and we went about our day. Okay. Anyways. Fast forward to all the Stoke stuff, blah, 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 blah. And by the way, you're probably wondering, like, why, like Tyler, why are you even fucking, like, doing this stream? Like, this is what truly angered me tonight, because I literally wasn't going to do this. I had no plans. Like I said, I had zero plans to do any streams on this channel for, like, the next, like, 4 or 5 months. And he just comes into my DMs again tonight, like after like ignoring him for the last like 3 or 4 days. He comes in again, you know, trying to be insulting. And so I'm like, dude, like I like tell him, like, dude, you're boring. Like seriously, like go away. Like seriously, like go away. And he just keeps going on. Finally, oh, hold on. So finally, then, this is what I get. This during our back and forth. This is what I freaking get. Because I tell him, I go, hey, dude, like if we're gonna do this, let's do a stream. Because he keeps saying like I'm gonna expose you for the liar and coward that you are. So I'm like, dude, you can't do that if we're doing it in the DMs. You just can't do that. So let's do it. I was like, so let's do a stream. Tell me your points, because he's like, I've bodied you in here, like I've destroyed you. And I'm like, dude, like, just like seriously, like, I love good conversation. I love a good debate, and I will be respectful during it as long as the other person is respectful. And I just can't. And like, Tony has been anything but respectful here. So this is what we got. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'm gonna lock that. So eventually, this is what just like. Because I said, hey, anyways, if you want to stream and win, let's do it. If not, go away and cry in my DMs another day. Because like I said, guys, every morning I fucking wake up to a DM. And Nicholas, he did block me. I should have listened to your advice. I didn't. He just kept DMing me every morning. And I should have listened to your advice. This was bad. This was bad on me. This was bad on me. He says, prove to me that you're not a coward and stand on your own 2 feet. Tag me in a tweet and let's see where this ends. I don't need to stream with you because you'll get bodied. But I found your weak spot. You can't tag me publicly, so you'll offer every solution other than that. No spine, no conviction, no honor, just foolishness. So you know what I did? I freaking tweeted about him. I let people know. Okay, I let everyone know. Because once again, it's like, dude, for the last week, I've just been called a coward. I've been called two-faced. I've had memes sent to me, and I'm like, dude, and I've been keeping this private. And so finally, I freaking put out this DM, and it just says, for the last week, I've been bombarded by the creator, Tony, in my DMs. These tweets and others have been about him. I didn't want to cause drama by tagging him, and I've told him several times to stop DMing me. I'm not saying my hands are clean, and subtweeting is very lame, and I've been drinking that bitch lemonade by doing it. But the dude constantly harassing me over the fact that I didn't have him on my stream is insane. Now, here's the thing. Tony, you know, does his own quote retweet. Tony does his own quote retweet. And, you know, for the last week, I've been bombarded by the creator Tyler in my DMs. He thinks I'm mad about a random stream. You know, I'll showcase this. He's causing big drama. You know, and then when this dude literally asked me to stream multiple times, I asked to speak with him on the phone privately. He wants to stream because a public circus is his forte. Now, here's the thing. Yes, he did send me his phone, and I told him repeatedly, dude, I don't need to talk to you. I don't like you. We don't need to hash this out to create a friendship or whatnot. So I just said, just stop DMing me. Like, literally leave me alone. And I should have blocked him, and I did not, which is my fault. And so, but, you know, even though I'm the one who's called a coward, I'm the one who says I have no convictions, you know, like pure Tony James fashion, he deletes his tweets. And so, you know, because right now he's got an image. He's got a book out called Star Noir. He's got to be like, on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and he's got to go on all the streams and be like, I'm a nice guy. Look at my mustache. And I'm not an asshole. You're an asshole. I'm like, dude, you are an asshole. And he's like, you talking about yourself? I'm like, yeah, I am an asshole. 100%. I'm going to be an asshole tonight. I'm going to showcase you guys me being an asshole. Okay? I know that I am. I even tweeted out saying that I don't want to do this. This is disgusting behavior on my part. This is legit. This is legit bitch lemonade what I'm doing. And like by the end of the stream, you're going to see why I've been so pissed off at Tony. And by the end of the stream, you'll realize why I'm done with like indie comic scene. Not making comics. I will never quit making comics, but I'm done with the indie comic creator scene. I'm done like networking. I still want to hang out with all of you guys. I'm still gonna I don't even know if when I say I'm done, I don't even know what that means because I can't quit. I love the indie comic scene so much, and yet I fucking hate it so much at the same time because of the mentally ill creators that surround it, like Tony James. Got a lot of people here, by the way. See, and here's the thing. They're like, oh, you need drama to promote your comic. I've got no comics to promote tonight. Got no Kickstarters. I'm not here to make any money. No super, like, you sent me a super chat. No, guys. I'm here just because I'm so pissed off and that this was a bad decision. I did ask one creator, I said, please tell me I shouldn't do this. And he's like, do it. So, and I shouldn't have listened to them, but I'm sick. I'm just like, listen, you can call me a piece of shit. Absolutely. You can say, Tyler, you're a piece of shit and you've acted like a piece of shit. And I'll be like, absolutely I have. Tyler, you've started drama. Absolutely. Tyler, you've created drama. Absolutely. Tyler, you've participated in drama. Absolutely I have. Absolutely I have. You can't dunk on me like that. I already know what I've done. I already know who I am. I already know what I've done. Okay? Don't act low, though high and mighty. That's where, that's one of my biggest problems. So, like, I want to show you guys some of this. Oh my God, this is so gay. I hate that I'm doing this, but we're doing this. Anyways, so because we did this, we did that stream with Stokes, and I said, hey Tony, I did tell Tony, hey, you can come back on my stream and promote your comic. And we didn't ever freaking. Oh, by the way, real quick. There were so many times throughout this week where I was like, dude, if you want to debate or have a conversation like this, because I don't want to talk with you privately, like, let's do a stream and you can lay out all your points. And he's like, dude, I would body you in the stream. You're too coward to stream with me. So I'd be like, sweet, let's do a stream. And he'd go, yeah, you wish, drama farmer. I'm like, wait, what do you want? He's like, let's stream. If you're so brave, let's stream. So I go, sweet, let's go stream. And he goes, yeah, you wish, drama farmer. Yeah, you need, like, he legit called me Satan once. So he's like, so that's the mental illness that we've been dealing with. So anyways, I tell Tony, I say, hey man, I'm super, because we're trying to lock in a date for March, and I never locked it in. Keep in mind, guys, my new job has been so stressful, so rewarding, but I have never been busier. But anyways, having this day job, like, it is so rewarding. It is so awesome. I love what I'm doing in the digital marketing space. Like, seriously, like, I'm having the time of my life, but it is fucking busy. I am out and about all the time. It's a ton. It's a lot. So I go, hey man, I'm super sorry. And because of that, my books are suffering. Like, I have the Cthulhu Murders books. I'm waiting for the Gemini mailers to get here, and then we're going to ship them out. And then I'm waiting for Tommy, because he was in a freaking tsunami last week. Once he finishes the last 2 pages of Bullet Assassin, we get that printed, we get that shipped. And then I'm still working on the girl. So my point is, I'm very busy. I need to focus on my comics. And I was like, I don't have time to stream. So I said, hey man, I'm sorry I never responded. Maybe good I didn't. I'm currently not streaming anymore or making content on Draw and Talk right now. Stepping away from the community until I finish my books. I have a late graphic novel I need to finish, so I don't think I'll be able to do the stream in March. With that being said, I have a stronger, more active community on my email list that I'd be more than happy to plug your book to if you'd like. As my way of apologizing for not hosting you on stream, just let me know. So I went, so he goes, thanks for letting me know. If you could share my campaign with your email list, that'd be great. So boom, like, I had it planned. I went out of time. I made the email. I had it scheduled out. Also, Akira Toriyama passed away. Holy crap. The creator of Dragon Ball Z. This is Tony's fault. No, that's actually really sad. And Dragon Ball Z was like one of the very first manga that I'd ever binged all 300 chapters. That's a shame. Let's everyone in the chat real quick, like give like a good emoji, like a king emoji, something for Toriyama, because seriously, like whenever I need action scenes, I look at what Dragon Ball Z is doing. I look at what he did with Dragon Ball. Seriously, yeah, freaking sad. Okay, this is what's that? I finally made 20-year live streams. This is not the live stream that I'd ever want you to finally catch, because this is a drama stream and I fucking hate it. I hate that we're doing this. So anyways, what happens is this. Yes. Let's get these freaking like emojis in. Seriously, guys, like when I got into manga 2 years ago, and I downloaded the Shonen Jump app, you know, you look at all these manga and you're like, wow, there's so much to choose. So I went with the safe bet. I was like, okay, I know Dragon Ball Z. And I read Dragon Ball and I was like, wow, I'd never seen the show. So I was like, wow, Dragon Ball is like, that's like an adventure. It's way different than Dragon Ball Z. And then I read Dragon Ball Z, which was like all fighting. And I binged all 300 chapters in like 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, that was really fun. I have no plans on buying the books. And then, which then prompted me then to read The Promised Neverland, because I wanted something with no action. And I binged that in 2 weeks. And that The Promised Neverland, so like it's weird because I had so much fun reading Dragon Ball Z, but also like the action kind of tired me out at the end. It led me to find The Promised Neverland, and which is my favorite series. So yeah, I mean, like Dragon Ball Z, dude, like it's the best. Anyway, so I tell Tony, hey guys, hey Tony, like I'm gonna put you in my newsletter. I'm sorry. Well, Travis Gibb hits me up, and while I'm out of town, and he says, "Hey man, Coins of Judas is in previews. Coins of Judas is the series that I'm on, and I was on before I got canceled. When I was with Band of Bards. Regardless, we don't need to get into that. But this was my exclusive cover. It looks so freaking badass. And what was I gonna say? But he says, hey, like there's a Kickstarter going on for it, and then it's in Diamond, so we should do like a stream together. And I'm like, I go like, you know what? I'm gonna break the no stream rule because, you know, this is a book that I still really enjoy. I like. It's in Diamond. It's on Kickstarter, so it's a limited time window. Travis is one of my good friends for the last 10 years. Yeah, let's come on. Let's promote the book. And it's my channel, so like I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I bring Travis on, and we have a conversation about Coins of Judas, about all this other kind of stuff. Then so I'm like, you know, no harm. Go to bed, whatever. I wake up then to this. So I guess that not streaming anymore bit was a lie. This is why I don't trust you. So like, I mean, like, once again, guys, me showcasing these DMs is so disgusting and bitch made, but I'm so sick of getting badgered by Tony for the last like 12 days and him being able to like smile and be like, I'm a good guy in public, while he fucking like is like this, bugging me after I've asked him repeatedly, like, dude, fucking leave me alone, get lost. And I try to de-escalate. You'll see this. So I guess not streaming anymore was was a lie. This is why I don't trust you. You know, okay, very aggressive. Even if you read it differently, it's still aggressive. So I go, hey, well, unfortunately, that stream was planned months ago. And to be fair, it was, because we were always going to do a stream for the Kickstarter. Because I'm not in the group, I don't know when the Kickstarter was ever going to be. So, well, unfortunately, that stream was planned months ago in correlation with the comic release that's on Kickstarter and in Diamond. So I'm still not streaming. I just did my part for that book. So no need to get all this is why I don't trust you and on me, dude. Have you tried blocking him? Yes. He finally blocked me. I should have blocked him, but I'm very much someone who likes to have conversations with people and like, you know, hey, like maybe this is just a misunderstanding, because I always thought that like his book Star Noir looked good. The writing was good from what I saw. So it's like, I never want to just block creators. I want to kind of have conversations and go like, yo, like guys, I want to have friends. But then, hey, my response was appropriate. Not a fan of being bullshitted. I was born at night, not last night. And I was like, okay, there's no bullshitting. I'm not streaming or bringing on other creators to promote. Travis and I have a book coming out, so we talked to promote Brian, not block people, move on. Brian, where have you been? You were the Obi-Wan Kenobi to my Luke Skywalker. You're out serving our country or something, being honorable. And he says, cool story, bro. I look forward to your next creator stream that was also planned months in advance. I said, well, you'll be waiting a very long time because I've got a 0. So this is when he gets even more angry, or annoyed, as he says. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you ever since you called me pretentious, which I did. I've taken everything you've said with a massive pinch of salt. This is no different, but I get it. You're just a lovable guy who likes to have a silly goose time. It's always one big misunderstanding. So like right there, I'm like, okay, like you, like really, like this is how we're going to act. So I was like, okay, dude, you're blowing this up for no reason. This is a serious nothing burger, and I don't know why you're upset about this. The entitlement act is a very bad look for you. What I said to you was true. I'm not doing any streams with other creators or even draw streams because I'm so busy. I did one last night so I could talk about a book that has a window of opportunity in the direct market, and now we're back to the no streaming again. Which, in response, I'm entitled. Tyler, entitlement is your brand. Who hosts creators and complains afterwards they didn't send you flowers. Thank you, bud. And then we start talking about how, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was, yes, you guys have heard me rant very much. You guys have heard me rant a bunch of times how I wish that more indie creators had shows and promoted, because for the last 5 years, I have gotten messages, 2 or 3 messages a week of people saying, can I come on your show? Can I promote my book? And for like 3 or 4 years of them, I was like, yeah. And I would do 3 or 4 streams a week of bringing people come on my show. And then I'm like, hey, do you have a show that I can come on and promote my book? And they're like, no, I don't have a show. I don't have time for it. I'm like, you don't have time for a show, but you have time to come on my show. And so, yeah, I've talked about that, like how like that does annoy me, so Neo's telling me that, like he doesn't agree with this point I made, which is fine. But I try to de-escalate. And I say, Tony, I'm sorry you're upset that I canceled a stream with you that we didn't even find a date on. I told you that that to apologize, I'd put you in my newsletter, which goes out on Monday. With that being said, you don't know what it's like to host hundreds of shows for years, creators badgering you every day for promotion, and then them getting mad because I tell them, no, or I'm too busy. 4 years, hundreds of streams promoting others. Yeah, it would have been nice if, yeah. Anyways. Anyway, so we just go back and forth on like, it's supposed to be a selfless act, Tyler. I'm like, nah, man. And so, he gets mad because I called him entitled. He gets mad because I called him entitled. And I'm like, dude, you came into my stream, you came into my DMs, and you threw the first rock. You are entitled. So then, he says, hey, I don't think you're saying you have any right to come. I never once felt owed to be on your show. I said, then why do you feel the need to DM me this morning? He says, your audience likes $5 to $10 sexy manga. And he's mad that I streamed with Travis. He brings that up. One of the craziest parts though is this, and like I said, I don't want to show all these fucking DMs. That's so stupid. Was constantly, I'm like, dude, like just trying to de-escalate. And yeah, did I call him retarded? Absolutely. Did I call him mentally ill? Absolutely. But I was like, Tony, you're delusional because you can't take accountability for the fact that you threw a rock at me this week. First, you came into my DMs. I didn't bother you at all. You came here and started shit because he was trying to say, Tyler, you just are always looking for drama. Says, by the way, this was the kicker. By the way, if you had just taken me expressing a very minor annoyance on the chin, we wouldn't even be here right now. So it's my fault. It's my fault. Dropping the R slur, I know. This is a guy. So this is, you know, sorry, I don't deal, and I said, sorry, I don't deal well with people coming to my DMs acting annoyed because I did a stream on my channel. He goes, that's an understatement. Now you're out here dissing my YouTube. And I was like, I'm not dissing your YouTube channel, you know? And he's just very fragile. Very, 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 very fragile. And, you know, every time I try to make a point, he'd like send me a gif of someone crying and whatnot. It got to a point where I just flat out was like, I have to ignore this guy. Like, I have to ignore this guy. Because he told me that, you know, if I, you know, I've been off more than I can chew with Tony. I'm like, Tony, whatever. I mean, this is one of the things, another thing. All right. This is, so he was mad that I did those tweets about him, which, by the way, he's mad that I made this tweet. He's mad that I made this tweet. Bro, what is going on? He's mad that I made this tweet. Bro, what is going on with indie creators? Because I basically was like, hey, these are all the things that Tony has said to me. But I never named him. Throughout this whole week, I never named him. And he keeps messaging me, stop dragging me publicly. And I'm like, dude, I'm not dragging you because no one knows that this is about you. For all anyone knows, there's some ghost creator, some guy named Dave. Because yes, did Tony jump into my DMs annoyed that I did a stream on my channel? Because he says I'm a liar. So don't jump into my DMs annoyed that I did a stream on my channel promoting my book. I'm sorry, I can't stream. I'm very busy. He says, you're a liar. Well, we proved this wrong. Don't shove some fake rubric and compare your comics to mine. That's sad for you. I could pull up that. Like all of the, he's like, you're lying about all of those. I can literally pull up every single one of these tweets. I'm not gonna, because, you know, I'm not here to share all my freaking DMs with you guys. You know, he says, you know, Tyler, I live in a tiny bubble. And I went, that's fine. I'm okay. Like, he tried to tell me, like, I don't live in the real world because you know, I'm on Twitter and, like, I sell to an online audience. And he's like, the real world is doing comic conventions. You couldn't do those. I'm like, dude, I sell out every comic convention I do. So I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm like, listen, that's fine. I'm okay with a tiny bubble. The people that surround me, they like me. They buy my books every time. That's all that matters to me. Grow the audience, make fun books, rinse and repeat. He says, and have a silly goose time. That's the catchphrase. You're also so lovable. Can't forget that. I said, all very true. He says, all right, go ahead and fulfill your titty manga. Folks need their spank material. I look forward to reading The Girl with the Mega Tits. And I went, shame, dude. You've never read my stuff. Only one of my series has sex in it, which is My Sexy Witch Academia. The rest are fully clothed superhero action adventure stories. He goes, fully clothed means a thin piece of cloth cover their labia. I mean, you guys have seen The Girl with the Mega Fist. You've seen Zero Plumber Sisters. Bold Assassin, that might be true. You know, I said, you should, man. Volume 4 is almost completed. I have 800 pages of epic. I didn't finish it, but story. He says, 800 pages from an amateur storyteller who can't grasp the fundamentals. No thanks. Doesn't even make a good coaster. And I go, well, you've never read my stuff, but that's fine. If you don't like the story, that's fine. It's not for you. Others enjoy it, and I try to get better with each one. So I'll continue to do that. Guys, I've never said that I'm like the best writer. I'm definitely not the best artist, but I'm always learning and always growing. His response to me that is, anyways, keep telling yourself that, sister. So anyways, this is me ignoring him for like 4 days. He finds a picture of me on Instagram, which, by the way, I was super skinny back then, and I wish that I still looked like that. You know, nobody fears this guy. You know, this was like 2 or 3 days of tweets before I finally like responded, and I was like, I said, I'm not here for a fight. Stream with me in a stream, because he kept saying, where is it? Ty, you know I'm not scared of you or the public. You want a public fight? Get on stream. Your tough guy act can't hang there. Once again, though, every time. So here we go. I'm not scared of you. You want a public fight? Get on stream. All right. I'm not here for a fight, and a stream with you won't make you look good. So let's end this. Let's end the morning DMs and just go about our lives making comics. This is me saying, like, listen, guys, I'm done with this. I think a stream with you won't make you look good. The delusion with you is off the charts. So look, Tony, Why do you want to stream with me so bad after this? There's nothing to gain. I don't want to stream with you so bad. Get over yourself. I just pointed that out correctly. And so I try to tell him at some point, okay, anyways, if you want to stream, I'll boot one up tomorrow. If not, then let's call it good in peace. Bro, take the L. You embarrassed yourself. Get out of here with your dumb little stream. Have a silly goose time and go make porn. So once again, this is a mentally ill person because he says, I'm not scared. Get on stream. And when I invite him on one, he says, take the L. I'm not getting on your dumb little stream. So like, once again, ignore him, comes back, you know, gives me some fucking wrestling tweet. And I ignored him for the last fucking 3 days. I've ignored him for the last fucking 3 days. And like he's still like would message me. And finally today I was just like, dude, seriously, like go. Like seriously go. And I should have blocked and I didn't. When it's my fault. And finally he was like, you know, hey, like don't be a coward. You know, tag me in a tweet. You can't. I found your weak spot. You have no... And I'm like, fine, I did it. And then he deleted his tweets. And then he blocked me and blah, blah. And my point is this. Is like, one of the reasons why I'm fucking done with indie comics is I've dealt enough with people like Tony and their fucking books, like Star Noir. I'm sick of I'm sick of these kind of creators. And it's like, the good creators are fantastic, and the bad creators like Tony, who is so two-faced, who's so high and mighty and pretentious. You know, he tried to tell me at one point, he goes, Tyler, there's a rubric that you have to follow. See, there's a difference. You know, my book, Star Noir, there's a difference between my book and your book, The Cthulhu Murders. You know, and he says, I'm not high and mighty. I'm like, yeah, you're saying that your books are better than mine. And hey, for all we know that they are. But like, once again, all that's subjective. It's, you know, you have a rubric, you know, you have bad business, you know, you're like, you telling me like change my behavior. And I'm like, you know what? Like, don't like, who are you to come into my DMs and tell me all this? But also this stemmed from the fact that he was annoyed. He was annoyed that I did a stream with Travis on my channel. Machete Duck, you gave him exactly what he wanted. A stream entirely dedicated to him. You think you're exploding, but you're massaging his gigantic ego, bro. That's fine. That's fine. You're right. I shouldn't be doing this. I absolutely shouldn't be doing this. This is stupid. It's gay. This is me drinking that bitch lemonade. And you're right. Like, this is probably what he wanted. But I'm so sick of having to I'm so sick of having to deal with these people. Like, I'm sick of having to deal with all of these people privately. I'm sick of seeing Tony James get a parade through all these different creator streams, Bancroft, Global Frequency, and it just be like this, like straight up like, hi, I'm Tony, and like I don't do anything wrong, and then act like a complete deranged, mentally ill asshole privately. And to be like, and I hate that, and I absolutely hate that. And it's like, and the whole time I'm like, as you guys saw, like, dude, it's okay. Go make your books. Leave me alone. Hey man, this is my business. This is your business. Go leave me alone. The whole time. And then he'd always go make your titty books. See ya. Go make porn. See ya. As if I do that on all my books. I don't. You know? And so, yeah, like, and then, you know, I post, I go on Twitter and I rant and I go, hey, I don't like it when creators are entitled to go on my DMs. I don't like it when creators tell me how to run my business. And then for him to go, you're dragging me in the name. You're dragging my name. You're harassing me, Tom. I'm like, I'm not, bitch. I'm not harassing you. I am now, 100%. Because like I said at the beginning, I can be nice and then I'm not. And this is the shit. This is the shit that pisses me off. This is the shit that pisses me off. In indie comics is you have people like Tony James who act one way publicly and then act a different way privately. And privately, dude, they're fucking monsters, man. Like, seriously, mentally ill monsters. And yeah, I'm pissed. Like I'm pissed that I had to take it in January with the creator. I'm pissed that I had to take it. I had to deal with some other stuff with the creator in February. And I did it all privately. And it was all just like, and like the first one was like one thing. The second one was like, you know, hey, like they were mad because I didn't like off air show them how to like build an online site and whatnot. And I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, I don't have time to walk your hand through this. I sent them some resources like, hey, if you just read this, like it'll tell you step by step. And they're like, no, like, how come you can't spend like 2 hours at night to like show me how to do this? And I was like, cause it's not my business and I don't want to. And they were like super mad. And they were like, dude, you're like a shitty creator. And like, you don't help the community. I'm like, dude, I'm not here to handhold. Like I want to help. But like I can't sit on a stream with you for 3 hours and go, yeah, now do a hyperlink right there. Okay, now you're gonna want to add that thing. Like you've got to learn. And so that creator was pissed off at me, and I was like, all right, don't bring this up. Don't bring these up. And then to have like Tony James come in and be like, oh, you did a stream on your channel. And so I'm like, okay, like, and. He's mad that I tweeted about him and I went, dude, I didn't tag you. And he goes, oh, please, I didn't mention your name. When you typed out the word vomit, I knew you're smart enough to know one person would recognize it. Tony would. Oh, hold on. You guys aren't even seeing that. But no, Tyler has to get them clicks. I went, false, Tony. Why would anyone think that rant was about you? There was no indication it was about you. My followers don't know who you are. They do now. You know it was about me. You know that when I read it, I would know it was about our conversation. Yeah, it's a subtweet. It's gay. This a part like to educate Tony and you guys. A subtweet is gay, and a subtweet is bitch lemonade, and a subtweet is meant so that only one person really knows is actually about them. So I totally did that, and it's lame. Since you're Mexican, I think it's important for you to know that the creator of Dragon Ball died. I'm Chinese, so but we did talk about that. And this is a definite what not to do stream. By the way, this is definite what not to do stream for everyone, for Tony and for me. Guys, don't ever do what I'm doing right now, or what I did in the DMs. Like, just block these people. I did not do that. I am just as much in fault as he is, but he is more. And I said, you knew it was about me. When I read it, it would be about a conversation. You could have talked about your ICP or whatever crap you spew. Guys, by the way, ideal customer profile is very important in marketing. But no, has to be WWE drama with you, which false because WWE drama, they call them out publicly. How about take our DM on the chin like an adult and live your life? Do you see me cutting promos of you in public? No, I wasn't cutting a promo of you because no one knows who the fuck you are in that tweet because I didn't say your name. And also, no, I don't have to take your DM on the chin. I don't have to accept that when you message me saying, why did you stream? You're a liar. Like you're not entitled to be on my stream. Tyler, possibly Latino Carpenter. I like that. Tony, it's my time. Oh, then he quote retweeted and he got mad that I shared the quote retweet. This is all gay drama, guys. Anyways, he's just mad. Like, he legit was like, what? He was legit like, you talk, how come you never reply to me? Like, I literally only, like, we only engaged once in December publicly. He was like, you talk to Travis, Pat Sheehan, Stokes, Moses. You never talk to me. And like, dude, I just, anyways. Let's get into these freaking, yeah. Anyways. This is like, this shit pisses me off. Like, this shit literally pisses me off. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Especially when numerous times I'm like, hey, stop it. Numerous times I'm like, please, like, leave me alone. Stop DMing. And I could have blocked him, and I should have. You know? And obviously I'm going to get madder and madder and more aggravated. And like, this is what I had to deal with, guys. Like, look, I said, let's have a serious debate, dude. Let's stream. You make your points. I'll try and agree or refute. That's a good stream. No drama, no talking about our shit. Let's just lay out our points, and then I'll see if I can agree to them, if I'm wrong. And this is him. You wouldn't know a serious debate if it hit you in the face. Goodbye, Tyler. You're an insane, fragile little man. Probably true. I went runs to insults because that's all you have versus actual points of discussion. And that's every time I put a point, he would just freaking what's it called? Just insult. Anyways, this is, like I said, this is what instigated it. Prove to me you're not a coward and stand on your own 2 feet. Tag me in a tweet and let's see where this stands. Because I didn't want to tag him, guys. I didn't want to bring him up in the first place. I didn't want to tag him in the first place. Because there was no need to bring this public. There was no need to do any of this stuff. I even told him a week ago. Good night, Mrs. H. I told him a week ago, dude, if you DM me again, I will bring you up. Leave me alone. And I let him get away with it for like 4 days in a row. Before I was like, okay, you know what? Here we go. Prove to me you're not a coward and stand on your own 2 feet. Tag me in a tweet. Let's see where this ends. I don't need to stream with you because you'll get bodied. But I found your weak spot. You can't tag me publicly, so you'll offer every solution other than that. No spine, no conviction, no honor, foolishness. Like, seriously, this is what I'm going to... No spine, no conviction, no honor, foolishness. That's what I thought. Run along and hide behind your Twitter followers. So I did it. There's the tweet. I went, check, bitch. You still want to stream? And he told me to get help. Even though before this, he was like... He told me, let's stream. And look, I even acknowledge. He goes, listen, that's how I knew you weren't going to live stream the DMs. You weren't. You have no spine, no conviction. You permission to bury someone because if you were a big boy, you tag me in those posts. Like he says, I have no spine for not live streaming the DMs. I literally say, dude, live streaming DMs is so fucking disgusting. There's no way I'd ever do that without the consent of the other person. Which, when I read this, you have no spine. I give that consent. I know that what I'm doing right now is disgusting. I know what I'm doing is wrong, and I'm pissed. I'm legit pissed. That's why I'm doing this. I know what I'm doing is wrong. But you can't because it would look bad on you. Boom, guys. I'm not afraid to show very bad Tyler. I didn't tag you because I didn't want to cause drama and any potential attack on you from others I can't control. It's because you're scared, period. I said, yeah, I'm allowed to rant on my Twitter. And you hide because you know you'd be dismantled. And I said, hey, are we streaming in an hour? He said, I've moved on. I need you to as well. Look at this. But this is him 5 minutes before. Get on a stream. Let's finish it. Stop running. I'll turn a stream on in an hour if you'd like so you can expose me publicly. Look at this. Oh, no, my friend. You're going to prove the claims you made. Perfect. But he says, get on a stream. Let's finish it. 5 minutes later, I've moved on. I need you to as well. Anyways. This is the shit why this is, I haven't been streaming. One, because I'm super busy. But I'll be honest, I haven't been streaming because I'm kind of sick of the indie comics community, man. What's happening with the Eric July versus EVS stuff is gross. It's bringing out like the worst people publicly. There are creators who their whole marketing shtick is I'm anti-Eric July, buy my book. Everyone is just fighting. Everyone's just fighting. Now I'm fighting. Now I'm in this, so now my hands get to be dirty again. Even though I've been trying to deal with all this shit privately, Just keep scrolling. I've been doing that, and yet it comes into my DMs. And you're right, I should just block. But to be able to just go, hey, you're a liar. How come you did a stream on your channel? Like, I'm annoyed. Take it on the chin. Take it on the chin? You fucking out of your mind? You mentally ill son of a bitch? And I'm sick of it. And then, you know, he has the balls to be like, I've showed our tweets to people. They all think you're unhinged. Fine. I'll share all of them. And yeah, I hope the people watching this go, yeah, Tyler was a little bad. It's bad that Tyler's doing this. I hope you guys think that. You know, guys, like if someone calls me fake, listen, I act the same way I do publicly as I do privately as I do online. Like, if you go, wow, Tyler would never say something like that to someone's face. I do. Every fucking day. And like, is like literally, like when I went to the bank this morning, my wife was in the car. She goes, are you going to act nice or are you going to be mean? Because if you're mean, I'm going to stay in the car. And I was like, I'm going to be nice until I'm not. And I went in there and everything was fine. And I was nice and I was smiley and I was laughing until they said, we're only going to give you $1,000, when I was like, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be $4,000. And they're like, well, here's the paper and it's actually $1,000. So take the check. Have a nice day. And that's when I go, okay, now I'm not going to be nice because I have proof that you guys are lying and screwing me out of an extra $3,000. And so, yeah, then I get not nice. I maybe raise my voice a little, or at least change my tone. I pull out my papers that they printed from me a week earlier, and I go, this is what you printed off me. How is it that there's an extra, like, how is it that I'm losing an extra $3,000? Blah, blah, blah. And after 45 minutes, they go, it looks like it was our bad. Here's your extra $3,000. Sorry, extra $2,000. The total is $3,000. So, like, this shit just like comes into my DMs at this point. And I'm like, if this is like what I have to deal with indie creators who are like literally the first indie creator that I'm battling this year, it's just because we have differences in opinions because there's a generational gap. But like, I still agree with them. I just don't have like the same quote unquote like path that they want me to have. And because we're not making comics in the same way, they're like, we can't be friends anymore, Tyler. And I'm like, that sucks. It's basically like telling someone, hey, because you drink Dr. Pepper and I drink Coke, we can't be friends. So that hurt, but I kept it private. I have another creator in my DMs mad because I won't help them build out their online business and show them how to upload stuff and spend like hours of my nights helping them. So they say, you're bad with the community, you're bad at this, blah, blah, blah. You're a fake. And I keep that all private. And so now I've got fucking Tony James coming in entitled being like, I'm annoyed and you got to take it on the chin because you streamed. And I'm like, why do I want to be here? Like, why do I want to be here? If you've been following my Patreon, if you're a member of my Patreon, you'll have seen the posts. And if you are a member, but you haven't been reading the posts, go read the posts. You'll see the new plan that I have, that I'm going forward. And, you know, am I done making comics? Absolutely not. I love comics. Like, I have this whole setup here to make comics. I want to draw comics. I want to make comics. And I'm going to be making some really cool comics. And here's the thing. The comics that I'm going to be making in a couple months, a bunch of creators are going to see them and go, Tyler is lame and gay. And I know that for a fact because I made those kind of comics and videos a year ago, 2 years ago. They said that was stupid. Why would I do that? And then I was talking to a couple of my audience members and they're like, oh yeah, I found you from that video. It was very creative. And I was like, whoa, because that was a video that I actually wanted to do. And I stopped doing it. I stopped creating that kind of content because my peers said, oh, that's lame and gay, Tyler, so you shouldn't do that. And I listened to them. They don't have my best interest. They don't know what I like. And so I adjusted to what they wanted, even though I didn't like it. So now I'm like, fuck these guys. Fuck, like seriously, like I'm just going to do my own thing. And you know what? You know what I hate? This is what's going to happen. Is this stream is going to get picked up and it's going to get EFAP'd. This stream is going to get EFAP'd. This stream is going to get downloaded. People are going to talk about it. And by the way, EFAPing is the laziest piece of content. Commentary content on like a 5-minute video, that's one thing. But sitting around like this, oh yeah, I can't believe they said that. Oh yeah. That is the laziest piece of content. It comes from some of the most unoriginal, uncreative content creators out there. And so yeah, I'm making a new channel, guys, right now. It's at 0. I'm currently rebranding it. I was thinking, do I call it Draw and Talk Comics? Because it's gonna be a comic book channel, a comics channel. I'm like, do I even want to be have people have it associated with what I'm doing? And I still might call it that, but I want it to be like so far removed from the indie comics community and just do what I want to do and just ignore everyone. And maybe that's my problem. That is my problem. And that's something that I need to do better at, is I need to learn how to ignore people. When someone comes into my DMs, like Tony James, acting pretentious, high and mighty, mentally ill, and entitled, I need to learn to just block immediately. And like lately, like if you come at me publicly, I'll block you or mute you immediately. That's what I've been doing. But coming into my DMs, I'm like, okay, maybe we can work this shit out privately and we can calm down and get back to the status quo. No. Why did I do that? Embry Arts, I know I am coming in late, but why haven't you been doing what you wanted to do in the first place with comics? Because, well, in terms of my content, like YouTube content, because I did some of it, and my peers said, wow, that's lame and gay. Why would you do that? That's stupid. And then we're comic creators. We don't do that. And then for like 6 years, I was told like, hey, don't make this kind of comics. You'll be looked down upon. And last year I went, fuck it, I'm making the comics that I want. So besides The Girl with the Mega Fist, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make the comics that I want. And the comics that I want are like I like watching like chill anime with like female heroes. So I was like, My Sexy Witch Academia, Bullet Assassin, Super Plumber Sisters. That's the kind of comics that I want to do, on top of The Girl with the Mega Fist. And you know what, I'm gonna tell them my way. And people are like, oh, like look at this guy, he sold out. It's like, no, this is what I want. This is what I enjoy. Dude, I just don't get why indie comics is like this. Like, I don't know where a creator thinks that they can come in and tell another creator how to do their business. I don't understand why another creator. And here's the thing. I've done this. I've been part of the problem. And I've realized it, that all the shit that I'm like spewing at and angry about, I've done this shit in the past. Not the entitled part where I'm like, how come you can't come on my stream? The reason, guys, I started Draw and Talk is because I couldn't get on Ethan Van Sciver's stream one night. If you guys didn't know the lore, that's why I started doing live streams and going a little harder. I'd already had my channel for like a year, but when I couldn't get into Ethan's stream one night to promote my comic, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to like hustle and do my own shit so that I never have to rely on another person's stream to make my shit. So that's why I started really building out my channel and learning how to do that stuff. A lot of comments here. My bad for not. But a lot of comments here, and I haven't been reading them, and I'm fucking sorry. Yeah, I'm just you know, people saying like, Tyler, why didn't like you didn't de-escalate? Yeah, we have to look at this. You know, he's mad. He's saying that, you know, it's time to tell me why he doesn't get into drama. One, Tony, the reason why you don't get into drama is because you don't do anything publicly because you're fucking fake. It's because the true comics in indie comics community exists more prominently in the real world. Picture a table of dozens of creators after a con, sharing their projects, hyping each other up, doing selfless favors because a rising tide lifts all boats. Creators inviting creators to share tables at a con. Nobody sees anyone as competition. That's false. This has been my entire experience since getting into comics. Didn't make the sales you wanted? Don't sweat it. Another convention is around the corner. Comics is a community. That's a fact. Social media is a bubble that lives in its own rhetoric that goes unchallenged and doesn't hold water out in the world. Which, by the way, if it doesn't go water out in the world, that's absolutely false because it can, because there is real world consequences to online behavior. I should know. I lost my publishing deal. That's why out there, people haven't heard of Eric July or Pat Shand. Who they are in this echo chamber doesn't matter in the real world. For me and a lot of creators, your experience exists in another universe. Most of us have a few hundred followers and we raise tens of thousands of dollars and sell out of our stocks at local conventions. I go, congrats, you're in your arena, I'm in mine. See, guys, while I like conventions, I like doing them, I don't go out of my way to fly out and do them. I don't go out of my way to like sign up and be like, if I can't get into my local convention, I just don't do it. But typically I just like, I'm busy. I've got children, I've got a family. I'd rather just like, can I sell comics online? But he goes, no, there's one arena. You live in a bubble. It's like, okay, like this is where I like, once again, don't tell me how to run my business, but no, there's one bubble. You live in a bubble. I go, don't be fooled. A lot of people know Pat Shand in the real world. A lot of people know Eric July in the real world. Most people have never heard of them. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's not a slight to them. I'm just stating a fact. And I go, okay, fine. I'm not here to shill for them. We have different mindsets. I'm fine with building an audience online, growing a fan base, people buying and reading my books, and never setting foot at a con or my book in a comic store. I'm okay with that. So yeah, different arenas, depending on the goals of the creator. Each works. Guys, figure out what, like, you can choose your business model. Okay, this is mine. Like, if I never get into a comic store, that's fine. Now, will I submit my book to a publisher to get into a comic book store? Absolutely. But it's like not like my main goal. I'm not going to cry a river if it doesn't happen. So then he goes, then the business isn't for you. Now, I don't like when anyone tells me that the business isn't for me. Okay. I've been doing this for 10 years. Okay. I've got more books than like 90% of indie comic creators. Okay. Tony has 2 Star Noir books and like another one. Okay, so I don't need to hear from this creator like who has 3 books, this business isn't for you. All right. I said, what are you talking about? He said, your bubble is the participation trophy for comics. So guys, thank you for being here, for being part of my participation trophy. I said, the business, buddy, I have several series that I'm on. I've shipped out thousands of books a year. I have online sales every week. Don't tell me the business isn't for you. It says, you love to remove the rubric. We're all creators making comics, but there's a clear difference between Star Noir and the Cthulhu Murders. Now, here's the thing. I don't like it when creators compare their books to each other. I think that shows high and mighty. That shows how pretentious you are. Tony's like, I don't like that you called me pretentious. This is an act of being pretentious right here. No creator wants to be like, listen, man, my book's better than yours. Here's the thing. Is the Cthulhu Murders my best book? Absolutely not. Did I try my best on it? Absolutely. Is it a work of art? No. Did I try a new genre that I'd never done before? Absolutely. Did I kill it and do a fantastic job? Is this like Alan Moore level? No. But I gave it my all. Like, this was a really fun book. I tried something new. I mean, there's like, show me a comic book where it says, hey, stop here and like try to like get the clues, because there's clues, and then you can scan a QR code that takes you to a website that lets you know how the investigation is going. So anyways, but whatever, yeah. Star Noir, okay, there's a difference between Star Noir and, he's trying to say like, hey, my book's better than yours. You want online business only. It's not a different arena. It's more convenient bubble. I go, fine. I want a more convenient bubble. So what? Because going out to a con would be a challenge for you. I'm like, I love to go to cons. I do fantastic at cons. I sell at cons. What do you want about? You said you want to live in your bubble on a stream. I do not disagree with your desire to do so, as long as you understand that it doesn't represent the industry as a whole. I go, of course it doesn't represent the industry as a whole, dude. And then he comes in, I'm on about the truth, dude. You don't like the information. This is how I know. This is how and yes, Coins of Judas was on the shelves. Girl with the Megafist, Manga Z was on Manga Z. It was on the shelves. Like, I think Coins of Judas is currently in Diamond. But he says, I'm on about the truth, dude. You just don't like the information. It's like, dude, I literally agreed with everything you just said. So what are you talking about? Bro, you make comics your way and you run your business your way. I make comics my way and run my business my way. There's literally no problem with that. One way matters more in the long term. Sorry. Okay, once again, we have different goals. So keep doing what you're doing. If it's working for you, that's fantastic. You know? Anyways. Yeah, so Tony James, this is what I've had to deal with. This fucking guy and his fucking Star Noir book, which, you know, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's a fantastic book. Tony James is just a mentally ill piece of shit. Maybe that's why it's a good book, because people who are a little bit mentally ill, they've got an edge. You got Andy R saying, "Oh, I like Star Noir." There you go. I mean, hey, listen, I'm not saying not to go back the book. I'm not saying to go buy the book. I'm just like, you can make everyone here can make a decision on what they think of. With me, they by the end of the stream, you can go, you know, Tyler's kind of a piece of shit for everything he said tonight. And that's absolutely okay, because I know that I'm in the wrong for doing this. You can go, you know, I think Tony James was in the right for everything he said. You are absolutely totally okay with. You can absolutely do that. I'm not here to change. Here's the thing. I'm not here to sway your opinion. I'm here just saying I'm so sick of creators acting one way publicly and acting another way privately, and being like, I don't berate people. Like for the last week, I've been bombarded by the creator Tyler C. World in my DMs. He thinks I'm mad about a random stream. Yes, he has called me mentally ill. You are. He's causing drama by tagging me, and I've told him several times to stop. Even though we have him saying, "Prove to me you're not a coward and stand on your own 2 feet. Tag me in a tweet and let's see where this ends." Tells me to stop, but also tells me to do it. This guy is mentally ill. And so, yeah, I'm just so sick of how the indie creators are in the community. I'm sick of, well, here's the thing, guys. I'm sick of the behavior that I had for years. It's why, I took down a lot of my streams, mostly because I'm kind of just done with this channel, and I've tried to rebuild it a couple times, and eventually, I talked to a YouTube rep, and they're like, "No offense, dude, unless you pull a video with 1 million views, your channel is basically dead." So I'm like, you know what? I'll probably right now I'm just at some point this channel will probably be utterly destroyed or something. I don't know. I'm trying to build a new channel. I haven't made any content for it yet. I'm working that out once I finish my books, and I kind of just want to step away from the indie comics community, but I can't, because I love Twitter. I love talking and engaging with everyone. I love backing your books and reading them. I got a stack, that whole, those 2 shelves are just indie comics. But at the same time, yeah, 2012 was supposed to be a great year, drama free. Finish your work and fuck all fuck all, yeah. Tyler, appreciate the folks that like your stuff and jumping in. No, guys, I love this. I love every single one of you guys that are freaking watching this. What I mean by dead channel is in the growth of it. You can only grow on YouTube really by the pre-recorded content. And because I've switched up so many times, the YouTube rep was like, "Dude, you're not going to grow. You're just going to keep what you have." And so I'm grateful for what I have. Honestly, what I want to do in 4 months is come back to streaming every single week and start streaming the behind the scenes of me making the content for the new channel. Because the new channel is going to have everything that I love: writing, drawing, and making music. And it's going to be different content. I think I've teased it before. I've teased it on here a bunch. It's just going to be really fun parody comics of internet culture. Nothing to do with comics. Nothing to do with indie comics. I mean, there are going to be comics because I'm making comics, but it's going to be nothing about the indie community, nothing about Eric July, nothing about Ethan Van Sciver, nothing about Marvel or DC or the woke or the culture war. Just fun, silly goose comics. And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why I'm sad right now is I'm sad that I can't just escape any of this. People are asking me all the time, "What do you think of the Eric July drama, EVS drama?" It's dude, I don't want any part of it because I don't want the shit show that comes with it. You know, "Hey, what are your thoughts on this new Marvel thing or what's going on with Heather Hansen?" It's dude, I don't want any part of it. I don't want to get into any of that. "Tyler, so-and-so's talking trash about you." Dude, I don't want any part of it. If I see something, I scroll past, ignore, scroll past, ignore. And then it comes into my DMs. It's hard to be well adjusted on the internet. Use that mute and block option. I do. But here's the thing, man. Like, I've blocked so many people January and February. And I'm like, dude, can I block? Like, can I continue? Like, at some point, Travis Gibb messaged me this the other day. He was like, hey, man, I have a question for you. And I was like, yeah. He goes, why do you think that you attract so many, like, crazy people? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm crazy. Like, I'm not going to say that I'm not at fault. I'm probably just as crazy or as like a bad person as the people that attack me and stuff. And he's like, I don't think that's true, but but like, seriously, like, I don't know. I'll say this. I know what I've done in the past in the indie comics community. I wish I hadn't done any of them. I wish I had been bigger than that, but you learn and you grow. Tonight, I wish I'd kept my no drama streak, 2024. You know, I'm hoping that this is I'm hoping that this is the only one, that this is the only L that we take in terms of no drama, 2024. But man, when you get called a coward and two-faced and like all day, and people are amping like you won't do it, you won't do it. At some point, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, fuck you. I will. And then I did. And then they cry about it. And they're like, oh, look at this guy causing drama. I'm like, dude. Eliza Barr, recut the last 70 minutes of stream for me. I can get up to speed with the swearing. Mentally ill indie creator gets mad at me because I didn't have him on my show because I told him I was too busy. So then he gets on my DMs and tells me that he's annoyed that I streamed on my channel with Travis Gibb to promote my book. So then I told him, and he called me a liar and was kind of mean. I tried to de-escalate, and finally I was like, listen, you're kind of being entitled. And then big conversations, and I said, hey, just like leave me alone. Next morning, big conversations. He comes in with more. Next day, comes in with more, and like I finally have to ignore, but then he comes back again. And then I respond once, and I like kind of rebrought it. I vent. He's mad. What else? What else? Anyways, won't leave me alone. I tell him to leave me alone. He tells me I'm two-faced. He says, why don't you do a stream with me so I'll expose you? I invite him on to do a stream. He says, yeah, you wish, you drama farmer. Does that every single day for like a week. I ignore him, even though he messages me every day for 3 days. And on the fourth day, today, he messaged me again after I'd ignored him. And I go, dude, just leave me alone. Says I'm going to expose you, get on a stream. So I say, let's do a stream. And then he goes, yeah, you wish, I'm over it. And then he dares me. He says, you're a coward. You won't talk about me publicly because I haven't been. I've been very nice. So I did. And then he finally blocks me, and he's a coward. He's mentally ill. And we wish him the best. Anyways. As a new face in the indie comic scene, I can kind of relate with the Star Noir guy. People with audiences ignore you and put their friends on, and it can hurt your feelings. And you don't yell at but you don't yell at people. You gotta swallow it. Well, Andy, I'm gonna say this. As a new indie comic creator in the scene, Andy, I'm gonna say that you've got to, like, the best advice that I got, which is kind of crazy to say, was from Heather Antos, and she said, get with the people who are in your class and move up with them. And I didn't understand her at that point. But what it meant was, like, get with the people who are on the same level as you and then build something for yourselves. So don't, Andy, like, don't, if you see someone with an audience, yeah, I'm going to, like, hang out with, like, Travis Gibb before I do Tony or Nicholas Mueller or Tim Lim or Frank Martin. I'm going to hang out with all of those people before anyone because I've known them for like the last 10 years. If you want promotion, get a Gmail account, start your own YouTube show, start watching how to build a YouTube channel, and then start doing that so that you can build your own content and not have to rely on others. So as a new face on the indie comic scene, I can kind of relate with the Star Noir guy. People with audiences ignore you and put their friends on and can hurt your feelings. Yeah. I said this to Tony, and I'll say this to people. Grow the fuck up. Like, grow the fuck up. Okay? Seriously. Like, get your diapers off. Grow the fuck up. Okay? And I'm saying that with so much love because let me tell you something. I had the same experience. I thought I was gonna get on a big channel that night, and then they didn't promote my book. And I felt like I had wasted my time for 4 hours just sitting there hoping to like get promotion. And instead of tweeting and getting mad at like, why didn't you promote my book? I went, I will never, ever have the success of my book be reliant on someone else promoting it. So I got to learn how to market myself. So I say that with love, like grow up, as in no one owes you anything. No one owes you anything. I need you. I want you to, Andy, and anyone else who's like, how come I won't get promoted? You got to do the work yourself first. Andy, I feel you. Makes sense. You start at the ground level and build up by raising each other up. Yes, but like build up with your own group. Like when I met Travis and when I met like Nicholas, we had all done like maybe like one Kickstarter each. When Travis was putting out like one book every like 2 years. I had done like one book. Nicholas had done one book and a couple failed ones. And then every year we hang out, we talk, we get better and better. And now all of us are putting out like Travis is putting out like 10 to 20 books like a freaking year. I'm doing like 8 books a year. Nicholas is doing like 6 or 7 books a year and drawing them all freaking himself. And so it's like, yeah, but like, so like just climb your way with the people that you need. Sear straps. Anyway, I got work in the morning. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. Andy, obviously, Portugal, Andy, there's a whole backstory with this. Tony has a very abrasive personality when it comes to people he thinks are beneath him. And it's very hard to play nice with people like that. 100%. Andy, Portugal, obviously, he lashed out at Tyler like he never should have gone mad about him being busy. Just move on. Find those that resonate with you. Argoverse. I got burned last year in the same way. I had to leave my schedule open because a big YouTuber kept giving me that you can stream with me tomorrow, but tomorrow never came, so I went my own way. Yeah, dude, like, and you get mad, and you're like, I should be on there, and you have to, like, then go, listen, I got to back off and do my own thing. Vegs, Bacon, that's almost impossible for the whiny online tweeters. Jokes aside, yes, I love that grow up quote. It feels like a lot more people nowadays don't get that. Fiona Wolf, as a potential backer, indies and creatives need to talk about items they like outside and projects so I can get a better idea if I'd overlap with their output. Knowing influences people. 100%. The Crossboy, I just came here, but is this the end of your indie work or just distancing yourself from the scene? Distancing myself from the scene. Guys, I will always be making comics, okay? I've got a lot of books being made right now, okay? We've got The Girl with the Megafist. I've got to finish volume 4. After that, we're going to take like a year hiatus to do some other stuff. We've got My Sexy Witch Academia. We've got Bullet Assassin. We've got Super Plumber Sisters 2. We've got a lot of shit going on right now. So I'm never going to stop making comics. In fact, once I'm finished with The Girl with the Megafist, on that new channel, I will be posting a new comic hopefully every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, you will get a new comic. I'm very excited about it. So, Cryboy, no, I'm not leaving indie comics or making comics. I'm just leaving like the scene. And when I say, and like, I don't even know what that means. Am I leaving the scene? I don't know what even that means. Maybe just not interacting with it as much. You know, literally literally blocking